Good morning, Westfield High School. Today is Monday, February 14th, 2022. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Happy Valentine's Day, WHS, and welcome to BDTV. I'm David Lima.
And I'm Gabe Down. We now go to Mr. DeSarno with an announcement. Good morning, Mr. DeSarno.
Good morning, Westfield High School. This is an announcement for all student drivers. If you are driving to school and parking in and around the neighborhood, please do not leave any trash around your cars. Please don't idle your cars before you come into the building. This, again, is for any cars that are parked in and around the streets. Residents on Cotting Ave and a few other streets have called with concerns. We've always had a strong relationship with our neighbors around the school. Please do not ruin that because you can't throw away your garbage. We would hate to have to take that privilege away from everybody. Thanks and have a good day.
Thanks, Mr. DeSarno. The chess club will be having a meeting after school today in room 167.
The Baking a Difference Club will be holding a bake sale today right after school in the Student Center. Be sure to stop by for some Valentine's Day themed chocolate-covered pretzels.
Please join the next No Place for Hate committee meeting today, immediately after school in the library.
The Student Movement Against Cancer Club will be holding a Valentine's Day bake sale after school today. Come by to get some sweet treats and help raise money for cancer research at Memorial Sloan Kettering.
It's time now for our sports update with Ronan Fowler.
Good morning, WHS. I'm Ronan Fowler, and here's your BDTV Sports Update. Over the weekend, the boys basketball team went 2-0, beating both Hackensack and Bound Brook, as they finished the regular season ranked 20th in the state with a record of 16-6. The girls basketball team also won on Saturday, as they beat Elizabeth 59-51, behind 18 points from Annie Ryan. On Saturday, the boys track and field team took home the state sectional championship for the first time ever in school history. Highlights from the meet include Charlie Stock, aka Bojack, who placed first in the 800-meter dash and setting a state record. Max Owens capped it off with the first place finish in the pole vault. The boys hockey team will take on West Essex today at 3:30 at Warrenco in the semifinal of the McGinnis Cup. Finally, the boys and girls swim team take on Watchung Hills in the semifinal of the NJSIAA state tournament today at 2:30 at the Westfield YMCA. That's all for today's sports report. Back to you, Gabe and Dave.
Thanks, Ronan.
We continue our celebration of Black History Month on the Westfield African American Walking Tour. Kayla Lewison is downtown with more.
Hi, I'm Kayla Lewison, and today we continue to celebrate Black History Month as we visit spots on the Westfield African American History Walking Tour. Today, we confront one of America's most difficult times in our history, that of slavery. I'm here in downtown Westfield where we eat, shop, walk, all the time. But just over 200 years ago, this was also a spot where people, human beings, were bought and sold. I'm with Elisa Seneman of the Westfield MLK Association, who will tell us more about what was once the site of slave auctions in Westfield. So many people think that northern states like New Jersey didn't participate in the slave trade. However, where we're standing right now contradicts that. Can you tell us a little bit about this site?
Sure. We're here at the PNC Plaza. And this is the approximate vicinity where there was a slave auction block. Now, many people can't believe that slavery existed in Westfield, but historians tell us that in the 1800s, there was active trading of enslaved people right in the streets here. And in 1757, the Westfield resident Cornelius Hetfield put an ad in the paper for a slave auction of a likely, quote, a likely parcel of boys and girls aged 12 to 20. And implicit in this ad is the cruel separation of children from their parents. There is an oral tradition that there was a whipping post here in Westfield on Martine and West Broad. And that too tells us something, that fining enslaved people was not a practical means of punishment, because enslaved people didn't have property. And to incarcerate them would deprive their owners of their labor. So whipping had an economic basis to it. This speaks to more of the intolerable conditions that people face. 300 years later, we stand here, we acknowledge the history, and pass the baton to younger people in town, students, to tell and honor the story.
Thanks, Kayla.
Thursday, we go to Fairview Cemetery to hear an interesting story about a Westfield slave owner and their family's beloved servant.
Have a great day, WHS.